Oh, Brainiacs. We've got something to go over. This is gonna take a little bit too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go over to the submit. This is about this is a Gaia original, right? And with that being said, I can't just like play it and let it go. So we're gonna have to stop this, find a spot up in here to share word, go over this. But I wanted to point out something. If you guys seen the title this specific video, Interstellar. Let me just again. Interstellar messages found in an Egyptian temple. Interstellar. Okay, that temple they say was built when? Let's think about this. 3,000, 4,000 years ago, right? Interstellar messages found in a 4,000-year-old temple. We'll go with that. They say that we're crazy thinking this, but we'll go with this. Definitely go with this. Interstellar messages found in an Egyptian temple. Let's look at this. Let's go over here. Let's see if I can find this specific screen over here. If things look crazy, you'll know why. It's because this is what I'm going to show you. This was sent in to me, and definitely this is a 13-minute and 25-cent clip, right? So, nevertheless, again, this is a Gaia thing. So I don't want us to get busted, to get in trouble unless we run commentary on it. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, nevertheless, Brainiacs, good morning to you. Let's dive deep into this original.
60 miles north of Luxor, on the west bank of the Nile, is a town called Dendera.
Dendera, you ding dong.
And it is here, in December of 1798, that Napoleon's troops stumbled upon a temple buried in sand. The men, stopping for a rest, admired the ornate top of a once great temple. But a curious artist by the name of Dominique Vivant Denon jumped off his horse with a sketch pad and fumbled his way through the submerged gates. His curiosity led to one of the greatest discoveries. What he and the troops had stumbled upon was the Temple of Hathor at Dendera. And
you guys know that they literally defaced the holy shit out of that temple, right? Anything besides not only here, they defaced it at Luxor, the Luxor temple. They defaced the holy hell out of it there as well. So let's get that out of the way. So any kind of like recorded history that would have been there for you and I to discover or to translate, blah, blah, blah. You gotta remember, these are upper echelon, elite, top tier puppet movers that we're dealing with, right? They either break it, blow it up, set it on fire, or just tell you that you're a crazy SOB if you believe it. Just telling you. Just pick your passion. Just continue. Come on.
more importantly, a depiction of a zodiac.
No.
Could the beauty of this temple hide within its walls the brains behind the workings in the universe and the timeline of humanity?
When Napoleon's savants reached Dendera, they went inside, and under the leadership of a man named Denon, they went into the upper chambers, and there was a very dark, small chapel. And when Denon looked up with his torch, he saw that on the ceiling was this astronomical depiction of the sky in circular form.
Yeah, stop it there. And the reason why is you gotta remember, again. Now, had Gaia not released this, and if you or I would have released this, we would have probably been whisked off to the 3rd floor of the local hospital. There's just conspiratorial bullshit. Because again, how could they have known? I'm just saying what epidemiology comes out with. How could they have known the celestial bodies to put them on the top of the temple 4,000 years ago? Absolute precise zodiac symbolism on a 4,000-year-old temple. Hey, just a conspiracy theory, right?
And it's become known as the Dendera Zodiac. And around this, in symbolic form, is the 12 signs of the Zodiac, along with various other constellations. And then other figures beyond this in a circle representing the 36 so-called deacons. These are the gods and goddesses who would have represented each one 10 days of the year, creating 360 in all.
Again, let's think about this. If you or I would have released something like this, again, we would be labeled conspiratorial, out of our head kind of shit back in the day. But since it is them releasing the content, right? Those who have the privilege to release the content, it's all right. This is the way it is. This is the way it has always been. So again, we've got astrological charts on the top of the roof of a temple. I love the temple, by the way. That I absolutely love the Dendera temple. But this right here is precisely what everybody needs to really realize. They knew the heavens, the Zodiac, 4,000 years ago, prior to the bullshit where we are told that, well, we just discovered the telescope. We just discovered the telescope. Are you freaking kidding me? First time in the heavens we've ever seen this. Come on, man. 4,000 years ago, you were looking at a complete choreograph of the sky. Let's keep going. I'll try to get it.
This discovery sparked the interest of archaeologists all over the world. At the time, no one was able to translate hieroglyphs, and this zodiac was hope that finally they would have a date of when ancient Egypt was built. However, the mystery of this great temple kept unraveling.
When the Dendera Zodiac first emerged in Paris, it caused an absolute sensation because it seemed to the scholars originally that it pushed back the dating of human civilization tens of thousands of years. And it introduced the dreaded A word into the conversation about ancient Egypt. And the A word, of course, is Atlantis.
Again, because they said it and we didn't, it's cool. All right, so get a load of this. This is what I'm saying. These are the talking heads that are paid, allowed to disclose, share with humanity, all of the globe, what we already have been talking about. Atlantis. So we're talking a celestial bodied calendar, perfect in mathematical proportion, perfect in alignment with each, right? Now we're talking about Atlantis. So this is a Gaia original that we're tearing apart. We're going over. So the Anand, who the person who sent me this video to look at it, you knew that this shit was right up our alley, didn't you? Absolutely knew that. So thank you. Nathan Smith says, whoop, 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 caught alive. What's up, Nathan Smith? Miss Barbara Porcher says, I've Gaia TV's amazing stuff on that channel. It is. There is. They've got some really good stuff. They really do. They've got a lot of good content. Morgan, what's up, Morgan? She's like, what's up? What? She's probably still. What? All right, let's go. Come on.
Because the scholars are looking at this and saying, this Zodiac talks about civilization going back tens of thousands of years. There is no civilization tens of thousands of years ago except Atlantis. And so still that's a perspective that is held by many, that in fact the Dendera Zodiac was there to specifically tell us that there have been previous human civilizations on Earth going back many thousands of years.
No shit. Did you just hear what he said? Tell me you heard what the man said. Right? Gaia, this is okay. It's completely okay. Look at this. This is completely cool. Great shit. This is really great stuff. Now we're not alone. William Henry, Lost Secret of the Watchers. Absolutely amazing. Good. Great release. Right
Of human civilization tens of thousands of years. And it introduced the dreaded A word into the conversation about ancient Egypt. And the A word, of course, is Atlantis. Because the scholars are looking at this and saying, this Zodiac talks about civilization going back tens of thousands of years. There is no civilization tens of thousands of years.
But we knew it, Mr. Henry. We knew this. This is the shit that we knew. We already knew this. This is nothing new. But the problem is this is probably new to the cat down the road. This is nothing new to this platform, this tribe. We already knew these things. We already knew what Mr. William Henry is releasing. Don't you just love confirmation? Because that's exactly what this is via Gaia TV. This is he's literally telling you everything that you've been fact checked about, fucking black flagged about, threw in Facebook jail timeout about. It's all real. It's all real. It's all good. Everything that you've always thought Atlantis was real. Past civilizations, thousands of fucking years old, was real. And again, Barbara or Morgan or me or whoever is to post some shit like this, we would be fact checked like right now, thrown under the bus. It's just the way it works. But mainstream is allowed to disclose this. Just, let's keep going.
Years ago, except Atlantis. And so still that's a perspective that is held by many, that in fact the Dendera Zodiac was there to specifically tell us that there have been previous human civilizations on Earth going back many thousands of years.
The Zodiac is believed to depict ancient astrology and time periods from as far back as 14,000 years ago. Freddie Silva points out that there is actually another unique date depicted in its constructs, and this marks the original building of the temple before the most recent version.
It had been there for so long, it had been rebuilt, and added to over time, and it's miraculous what the Greeks did to rebuild the temple. And
all right, so did you hear that? There was a release right there. It was a miraculous work that the Greeks, that the Romans, the Romans, did to rebuild this temple. It was built over and over and over again. Did you hear that? Did you catch that?
Marks the original building of the temple.
So they found a date of the original construction. So what we're looking at is a watered down version of what really was by the original builder race. So this is a fucked up version. I'm just telling you what I heard. That's what I heard. You want me to play it again? Did you hear it? Let's just play this again. Listen closely.
And time periods from as far back as 14,000 years ago. Freddie Silva points out that there is actually another unique date depicted in its constructs, and this marks the original building of the temple before the most recent version.
it had been there for so long, it had been rebuilt, and added to over time, and it's miraculous what the Greeks did to rebuild the temple.
Right there. It is a miraculous thing what the Vatican, the Romans, they did to rebuild this temple. So again, we're looking at, again, whoever the hell submitted this video to me, Thank you. Because I love talking about this shit. We need to talk about this stuff. We need to talk about it. More. Barbara Borcher says, mainstream academia doesn't want to accept the truth. They bury the truth. Barbara, if you listen, if you were an archaeologist, Angela Pritchard runs academiology and mainstream media. Airbrush Mish here is a media company. Let's just go up the line real quick. So Barbara, you discover something in your field, archaeology, 20,000 years old. You've got to go to Angela, academiology college, right? Those that write our history books and shit. You got to go to her to submit what you to see if it's okay if you release this to Airbrush Mish, which is mainstream media. It's like boom, 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 boom. We get such a watered down, diluted, fucked up version of reality. We don't know what's what. I mean, poor Barbara here's got a job. She loves her job. Do you know how many archaeologists have been shit canned, their entire career flushed down the proverbial commode because it never made it past Angela Pritchard? No, I'm not saying her specifically, but I'm just saying academiology. It never made it beyond those who are in charge of academiology. Never would it ever hit Airbrush Michelle. Never ever would she be allowed to publish what Barbara really found. It is a shit show, man. Our world is fucked up. Just saying. Because the moment Barbara finds something that is really, really deemable history book rewriting material content, she has the chance of losing her everything she has worked for. Her entire perception of who we look at her as gone. Because trust me, everything that she was to try to expose, well, she's just fucking crazy. She's just crazy. And they will discredit and discredit and discredit and discredit. Angela Pritchard says exactly, it's by design. It is by design. Now again, Freddie here is allowed to disclose this kind of thing. It's my opinion, okay? My opinion. But nevertheless, he is allowed to disclose this content. Not Nathan, not Morgan, not Angela. Freddie. Damn sure not me. Let's go continue. Let's listen to what Freddie's got to say. Let's continue.
And a lot of people will say this is a Greek temple. Well, it's not. The Greeks rebuilt what was already there and they restored it to what we see today. And one of the most incredible finds was that they discovered there's a complete obsession with the sky. And that tells you everything you need to know about the origins. And if you look very closely and if you follow the constellations, because they're all marked on there, each one of them behaves like an ever-decreasing spiral. Not a circle, it's a spiral that goes to the center. And there's the center is marked by a big calf. And if you happen to look at where the calf's leg points to, the first constellation in that zodiac is the constellation of Cancer, the crab. And that tells you about the origins, because the constellation of the crab puts us now in the time period of about 8,000 BC, which...
I gotta stop Freddie there. You heard that, right? 8,000 BC, we now have got a celestial calendar, but yet we are to believe that the telescope was invented 1600s, 1700s. Come on, man. I mean, I could look it up if you want me to look it up. When the very first celestial viewer tells everything when it was rediscovered or discovered, whatnot, blah blah blah. Come on, man. 8,000 years we've got a celestial body, a calendar on the top of the Dendera temple, and it was rebuilt over and over and over again, right? Exactly by design, like Tesla. Of course, everything you ever Tesla never makes it past the Masonic gatekeepers. Hell no. Again, not throwing Angela under the bus, okay? But I'm saying let's go right back to epidemiology. Those who write the history books, If I was to go to her and say I found something, well, it's got to get past them. It's first got to get past the gatekeepers. So this content made it beyond the gatekeepers. Think about what I just said. The content you're hearing, the content we're talking about right this very moment, this disclosure of this a little bit, right? It made it beyond the gatekeepers. And now they think you need to know. I'd have loved to have known about this 10 years ago. I really would have.
Just happens to be the time period when agriculture and civilization mysteriously appears in Egypt the first time, which also happens to coincide with the time period when the followers of Horus, the Shining Ones, appear after the flood along the Nile, rebuilding the temples and adding their information to the temples. And I suspect that Dendera was one of those sites.
If Dendera was an ancient site depicting astrologically the existence of humans on Earth, is it possible this temple also connects its origins to the stars? Mythology has it there wasn't just one Hathor, there were 7. The myth of 7 goddesses, however, is not just connected to this temple. It has its origins all over the world. Could it be that these female deities that the temple was named after were otherworldly in nature?
Yeah. See, now we're building up to the proverbial Pleiadean disclosure event. That's what we're gearing up towards. I haven't seen this. I'm just telling you. That's where we're going. We're almost halfway through this video, and I'm guaranteeing you that is where this is going.
According to Egyptian archaeologist Abdelrahman A. Amin, in his book titled Dendera, Land of the Goddess Hathor, he concludes from several studies that the temple is on an azimuth of 18 degrees -7, which aligns its structure to the Ursa Major stars. This is an unusual alignment for a temple in Egypt. But Anton Parks explains that this star system, known as the Great Bear, is connected to a lineage of divine females that came to Earth thousands of years ago. He connects their lineage back to the Sumerian god Enki, or as he calls him, Sa'am, and the goddess named Namu.
At this point in the story, Namu and Sam leave the Great Bear constellation, to go to the Pleiades.
Wait, I don't need to repeat that. You heard it. To go where? To the Pleiades. See, this is the thing, and I cannot help but tell you that whenever we see things like this on Gaia or History Channel, blah 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 blah, and then you come to the social watering hole, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever, right? And you share this content, and you share it. If you've got a large following, okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. If you've got a large following of people, friends that follow you, your content, blah blah blah, and you can wake up a multitude of people, odds are if you to republish the content, you're gonna get flagged for something. Okay? And what's not cool is everybody should be waking up to what we're listening to right now. Okay? Everybody. Me, you, the neighbor, the cats down the road, teachers, scholars, scientists, medical personnel, everybody, policemen. You should be hearing this. Because it will change your perception. It will change your viewpoint of what really is before our face. Okay, this really stems back to, was you and me ever told or taught this bullshit in school? Let me ask you that. Were you ever taught what you're listening to right this minute in school? I was not. I absolutely was not. Mind you, I was not in school a lot, but nevertheless, we were never taught these things. We had to grow into these things, right? So whenever you're ready, which I hope, we all hope that you're ready to hear this. I specifically know, I know this video is not going to go viral, but this one above me, the one above me, should go viral. Absolutely fucking go viral. Everybody and their sister and their brother should know about this. We've got a temple over 9,000 years old in just south of Luxor, Egypt, and on the ceiling of it is a celestial calendar, and it points to the creators, the builders of that temple, to the Pleiadean star system, the Zodiac of Cancer, Oh my God! Wait, what? That'll make the human mind want to dig. That will make you want to research, right? You at least would hope. I would hope. Airbrush Bitch says they rewrote history so that we don't find out who we are. Baby, you hit the nail on the head and broke it. True. I truly believe what this young lady just said is absolute fact. So somebody in academiology is covering up what people in archaeology is finding, right? And only letting loose on mainstream tells the vision how they want it to go. They're the ones that's orchestrating this shit show. Pay no mind to anybody else. They are the ones in charge. And they make it damn clear that they are going to release whatever they want to release, when they want to release it, how they want to release it, and through whom. Through whom do they want to release that content? Not Barbara, not Michelle, not Morgan, not Matt. They've got their selective people. Telling you the truth. All of us, all of the other ones here, oh hell no. We get direct energy weapons targeted. We get fucking zapped. We get our energy sucked out of us. You mind your own. You mind your place. We starve. I'm sorry. Yeah, we starve your body of good vitamins. We'll purge you. You ain't shit. You're not part of our clan. You see, what we're watching right here is a little disclosure event. So thank you, whoever sent me this, I appreciate it. I really enjoy going over things like this, because I will tear the living shit out of something like this. Again, we're halfway through this. Social engineering is real. That's what we see today. Hell yes, it is. Airbrush Smith says during the elections they release it all. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. The day of disclosures, it's coming upon us. That's right. Just press play.
In order to execute what was planned by the Marduku, they must create a large quantity of Amashutum priestesses who will help them in their work. They will create 82 Amashutum to work with the land and plantations for one part, and with the small cattle on the other part. Their role in the story is significant because they have great powers. They are allowed to clone under certain conditions. They are scattered throughout the universe. They are on Earth, but they are also...
Listen.
Their role in the story is significant because they have great powers.
Right here. Again, on Gaia, mainstream TV, this very next statement. Listen.
They are allowed to clone under certain conditions.
I will take. We've been fucking lied to for 800, Alex. Right there. Now, if Michelle is to release this, if I is to release this, Morgan's to release this, what? You are whacked. But it's completely cool. No fact check, no nothing. I can't believe. I can't. No, I can. I absolutely can. I can believe what I just heard. One more time for my ego. Please, let me hear this one more time, because we already knew this. What we're hearing Gaia TV say, we already knew. Say it again, Sam.
On the other part. Their role in the story is significant because they have great powers. They are allowed to clone under certain conditions. They are scattered throughout the universe. They are on Earth, but they are also in the Great Bear, the Pleiades, and quite a few places in the universe.
If this is true, could this temple be aligned to Ursa Major to point to the origins of the goddesses? Many ancient cultures have a similar mythology of 7 goddesses that come from the Pleiades. Maybe this connection comes full circle here in Dendera.
All right, I gotta stop this for a second, okay? And I'm stop this for a second. I'm gonna point something out, and that is look at the celestial boat that Pharaoh is riding. Right now, Mr. Wayne Herschel, my friend from Australia, pointed out to me that what we're looking at here actually is those upper echelon that had the ability to celestially travel, interstellar travel. Okay, these boats, if you know the boat, see the boat, it has got a lotus flower on one end and a lotus flower on the other end. Okay, if you are a one that studies acid trips, dimethyltryptamine, consciousness, blah 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 blah, you'll understand that the lotus flower, okay, is very much so it has hallucinogenic properties. Okay, now I said that to say this: at the very end of the boat, here on the Pharaoh's boat, you've got a lotus flower on each end. Okay, those lotus flowers also represent cosmological gateways, cosmic wormholes per se, or portals. Okay, so again, Pharaoh riding on a boat, a celestial object, and it represents transportation, not on water, but through the, look above his head over here, you'll see 4 stars, you'll see 5 stars, you'll see 7 stars, you'll see the different representations of the cosmos that these celestial travelers, these pharaohs, these went through. Okay, so again, that's not a boat. That's a celestial. I don't know. I guess celestial boat. something to get you from point A to point B in the cosmos. Again, that was pointed out not by me, but by Mr. Wayne Herschel, a friend of ours here on the Matrix from Australia. Just I seen that. I seen it. I wanted to point that out to you.
Reminder that their origins stretch from one star system to the next.
Yes.
Over many years, I've collected a lot of artifacts. And on these ancient artifacts, the majority of them depict something called the 7 Sisters. It's pretty interesting that when you go into ancient texts, you discover that a lot of these civilizations supposedly started in the Pleiadean star system, which is where you have the 7 Sisters. It's been mentioned in Homer's Iliad, it's been mentioned in the Bible, many other texts as well. But what's interesting is the Aboriginal people of Australia also say that they were the first people seated on this planet by the Pleiadians.
All right, right there again. That what you're looking at is what you're looking at right this minute. Okay, right here, right there. It is ancient cave. They say it's ancient cave art that depicts an alien. But if you really, really look close at the content, it is not an alien at all. Okay, it is absolutely I'm showing you what it is that you're looking at, and that is look at the one on the right hand side. You've got it's easier. A black hole on the left, black hole on the right. Together, you see it. It looks, man, I gotta blow this screen up so you can see this. Come on, blow up the screen. All right, right here. You guys see this? This object that you're looking at right here. Okay. It is surrounded. These are on the field of creation. We were just talking about this last night. With NASA Anon, the NASA Anon, and Larry and me were talking about this. We are looking at the cosmic field. Okay, somebody who was able to travel that cosmic field knew exactly what it looked like. Okay, between what we know as our Goldilocks zone, we are in a perfect spot of just being. Okay, but what we've got here is representation of two portals, literally left on the right, two portals, and it's showing you the density within the field. Both of those are surrounded by the field. So you've got the gateway of celestial bodies that's literally pulling down on the reality construct around it. And let me move over here. You'll also see the little dog, right? You'll see the dog right there. The serpent. See the serpent? Again, these are astrology. This is obviously astrology's symbolism. So they were smart. Our ancestors were very smart. Our people were very smart. All right, so let's keep going here. This is really fucking interesting, especially for this morning. Let's keep going. By the way, I'm really, really, really starting to like Billy Carson. I really am. The more I dig into that boy, dude, I believe he is an awesome teacher.
So this Ursa Major plays a very, very major role in the Temple of Dendera, and also maybe even seeding human beings on this planet.
The mission of the 7 Hathors is to bring a consciousness level to the people. So in our world, there are 7 women or 7 goddesses or 7 deities that represent Pleiades. And the Pleiadians are instrumental in helping create various civilizations around the world. They have always helped Earth, coming here and creating new civilizations, cross-pollinating with people, and helping other demigods to create a new phase of humanity.
Wait, did she really just say demigods? She did, didn't she? So let's take this for face value. So the disclosure of who the fuck's the demigod? Let me ask you that. Who is the demigod that she's referring to? Is it me? Is it you? Is it Rebel here that says that the crystal looks like a penis? That's funny. It looks like a crystal penis. All I'm saying is we're hearing disclosure. That's what we're hearing. You realize that, right? You were right now literally listening to a Gaia original and my loud little ass, showing you what we should have known a long time ago. It's taken us research to know this, to dig on this, and try to bring our own mind at ease whenever we research these things and we're like, this doesn't make a bit of sense. And then it sends us right down one rabbit hole, into the next. Well, Morgan's sharing this, Andy's sharing this, and Rebel's sharing this, and rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. And the next fucking thing you know, you go to Gaia, flip, and then you hear everything that you've been digging just come to fruition. it just coming to fruition. You see what I'm saying? This is absolute crazy shit, but it's real. Michelle, airbrush mission. So we are part of God. Of course, you're part of God. You cannot not be less than something that you are, and we are a creator. We are diluted down, right? Diluted down versions of the all is source. That is what we are. So are they. They all got belly buttons. I guarantee you, one of them cuts their finger on a piece of paper, their finger's gonna hurt. It's gonna bleed. Right? They are no different than you and I. Not one single bit. Not one single bit. Let's keep going. Did you just share Billy Carson's Forbidden Knowledge channel? Yeah, man. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going here.
The 7 women or 7 goddesses, the 7 Hathors, are represented around the world in various religions and cultures. The sistrum was used in ceremony to actually activate through sound the vibration of Pleiades. This is a very important instrument that the Hathors were in charge of. And they all played the sistrum to bring about the vibration of their home, Pleiades.
This otherworldly vibration seems to have an effect even today as people walk through the great hypostyle hall. Was it possibly built to hold the frequency of these otherworldly beings in hopes they would be able to help humanity? Anton Parks believes a machine used to travel interdimensionally happens to reside in another dimension of existence in the temple itself.
How many of you guys thought that? With what you just heard, right? Let me back this up. And just in case you're listen, if you're doing something and listening to the broadcast, stop what you're doing for 1 second and really, really listen to what this man says this very second. Right now, pay attention.
To have an effect even today as people walk through the great hypostyle hall. Was it possibly built to hold the frequency of these otherworldly beings in hopes they would be able to help humanity? Anton Parks believes a machine used to travel interdimensionally happens to reside in another dimension of existence in the temple itself.
Right there. How many of you have actually thought that? Right? These machines, these glorious machines that both built the temple, represented the temple, exist on a whole other plane of reality within the matrix itself. I totally believe that. I felt that. I feel that. In fact, one of my friends from who is a retired he taught as well as was trained government remote viewer. Okay, he runs Courtney Brown, who runs the Farsight Institute. Absolutely love that dude to death. Everything that he releases. If you've not seen the Farsight Institute, please go see Courtney's work. He is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Him and his remote viewers, from what I remember, he shared with me, somebody did a video where they done remote viewing on the underneath of the temple of the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem, right? So everybody's wondered, like, what the hell was this? The hell was it? The shrine, that little, the Ark. That's it. The Ark of the Covenant, right? A lot of people think that the Ark of the Covenant is gone. Blah 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 blah. Is destroyed. Is gone, or somebody's got it hidden. From what I understand, now this is just a release that's saying, I'm telling you, Courtney Brown is. I do believe it's on his channel that someone remote viewed that something like the Ark of the Covenant, I'm talking staffs, these amazing machines or tools per se, are underneath of the Dome of the Rock, the Golden Dome, okay, in Jerusalem. Now I'm not saying this. I'm telling you that I've been told this. So from a third party to a third party, that's what I've been told. That's what I've been shared. And if I can find the video, if I can go through Courtney's stuff, if I can go through all of his stuff on Farsight Institute, I will show it to you. It is absolutely amazing. Hello, Miss Teresa, come floating up in here. Mr. Airbrush Miss says, hold our DNA. Our placenta, hold our DNA. If it's cut off too early, the info from mom's DNA won't download 100%. Damn it. I did not know this. Miss Teresa says, yes. When you walk into it, you will automatically feel or be taken into another dimension / through portal. Only certain people are allowed to walk through there. That is crazy shit right there. I'm just telling you, what you're saying is amazing. All right, let's continue. We ain't got much to go. We've got about 3 minutes left of this video. So again, whoever shared this video with me to like go through it, I thank you for this. This is like right up our alley. So we took a 13-minute video and we're going to like dissect it, talk about it for an hour. Absolutely love it. Is this live? Tammy says. Right there, it says live, babe. Yeah, yes, we're live. Yes, it's a live review here. All right, so let's continue this. We can do this.
This, in turn, gives off its strange frequency.
Selon ma compréhension de toute cette histoire,
According to my understanding of this story, this is the place where the Zeta machine would be. This is the well-known counter-rotating machine on the site of Dendera.
sur le site de Dendera.
I have visited Dendera several times. There are several areas that are quite particular in Dendera. When visiting the site, we can feel that there are some electromagnetic areas where you have the feeling your legs are falling down, where you feel really tired, a headache.
Une grosse fatigue, un mal de crâne,
Near the Dendera temple is the House of the Phoenix.
la demeure du Phénix. Et je pense que c'est précisément à cet endroit-là.
And I think the Zeta machine is located right there.
Étant sur place, sur le site.
When you go inside, right away you come into this area where there's 2 gigantic granite slabs that are magnetized. So when I took out my camera to videotape this, I saw the magnetism interfering with my camera. There's a specific frequency interacting with the magnetism there that gives you this kind of a buzz that you can feel when you're walking through.
Hopefully these guys will at least go through and say that this magnificent structure is on it indeed is on a portal or a chakra on Gaia itself, the planet. The planet is aligned with ley lines. I don't need to share this with you. You already know this. The planet is surrounded by the flower of life ley lines, right? Chakra points all over these power points. Now let me gotta say that to say this. Anywhere that you've got something like this anomaly, you've got a temple or you've got a 3-letter agency parked their happy ass right over top of that chakra center of the planet. You'll not ever really find a place like that is not heavily guarded by some formality of a military. You know what I'm saying? So here, anyways, yeah, I mean, Billy's right. Absolutely.
If this is true, what kind of frequency could be harnessed in this temple?
Hathor represented our relationship to sound. Perhaps more specifically to vibration, because there are some vibrations that are important to us that cannot.
Let me see if I can recognize that voice, by the way. I have not seen this video, but I think I know that voice. Maybe you guys know that voice too. Does that sound like Greg Braden? I think that is. I think that's Greg Braden. I love Greg's a great dude. I love Greg.
Be heard, and it was in this place that we see Hathor actually applying the technology of vibration in the earthly realm to healing as well as to security and defense. We see Hathor holding back the beings that are coming at her in force, that want to hurt her, holding back with a force. We see her healing the body of those that are brought to her using the power of vibration, not necessarily sound, but vibration.
Now, do you guys see this? This is what the Romans done on their way on their exile right here. This is absolute bullshit. I've got to point this out to you. Look at this. They completely defaced this. Look at this. This is what we are talking about. Whenever you hear me get pissed off about them removing, deleting, burning, blowing up all kinds of our history, look at that. That is what I'm talking about right there. They deface these objects. This is history. This is our history, and this is what they do. They think that that's okay. This is absolutely not okay. That's like whenever going to Egypt here, they moved Abu Simbel. You guys realize that, right? Abu Simbel, the great statues of Ramses and the celestial entities. They moved that temple. It was once above the dam of Aswan. Okay, I personally believe that they buried a fuck ton of our history underneath of the waters of the Aswan Dam. I'm talking that there's hundreds and hundreds of millions of gallons of water now covering our history. That's pretty much buried below water. They flooded that valley for a reason. Okay, I'm telling you what my heart tells me. And I can look at the valley. We know a lot of what was going. We know a lot of what's going on over there. And when it comes to the Aswan Dam, we've got millions of gallons of water that is buried, probably thousands upon thousands of years of antiquities. God only knows what kind of manuscripts are there, sarcophagi is there, artifacts. But they did that shit for a reason. They absolutely did. Let's continue.
So Hathor now is associated very, very closely with this technology of sound, of vibration, and our relationship to sound and vibration in our lives, relationships that are only now being revealed through the best science of the modern world.
If this mysterious temple has been encoded with not only the history of our human existence, but a frequency generated by an otherworldly source, is it possible to decode this power?
Is such a sophisticated, subtle, technologically advanced understanding of our relationship to the world. It transcends this polarity between male and female. They had gone beyond those differences.
All right, Greg, gotta stop it right there for a second too, because here's the thing: they're trying right now so very heavily in our world to separate the male and the female. Okay, they're trying to remove that polarity of the female, the masculine, and the feminine energy. They're trying to divide it so very hard right now, especially in 2024, 2023. It's completely okay. It's completely okay. Somewhere up in there, I seen Mr. Graham asked something. What were they afraid of? They were afraid of you, me, all of your brothers and sisters up in this group, as well as watching the broadcast, waking up to this phenomena is not really phenomena. It's your natural being. These things, the healing ability, it is our natural thing. So whenever someone like Angela Pritchard, she'll tell you, When someone she is an empath, like a motherfucker. So is Airbrush Mish. So is Teresa. So whenever these ladies start picking up on feelings of their brothers or sisters, they're just they what are they gonna do? They heal them. They remotely heal them. They send them energy. They love these people. They have the ability. They tune in, tap into that phenomena, and they send them healing energy. They send them love. They send them thought. They send them an abundance of get your ass up, get your ass in gear. It is now time to go. It is now time to move. So you asked what they're afraid of, Greg, or Mr. Lee? That is what they're afraid of. They were afraid of the male and the female coming to an understanding of who you are, what you are, why, and your ability. That's what I get out of all of this. Again, this little clip, an amazing little clip of disclosure. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I truly do. I truly do. But let me tell you a little bit more here about the feminine, okay? I love women. I don't care how mean they really are. I love the women because of the way I was raised. Okay? My mother taught me and told me to always respect the female. Now, on the other side of the world, in the Middle East, what do they try to tell you? They try to belittle the female. They try to tell that, oh, you just wrap your head up with a rag. You shut up and you know your place, woman. Let me tell you what. Ooh, that don't go over. That don't go over. Matthew, come here. With what I just said, did you hear what I said? I said, in the Middle East, the woman is to just wrap their head up with, all right, and just shut up, know your place. That's what they think, right? That's the way it's built. That's the way, right? Does that, huh? They hide their beard. Does that shit fly in this house? Who runs this house? Mom. Mom's the one. Mom. And they're telling them to wear masks and be quiet. That shit would never fly. Never fly. Telling the woman in my house to know her place? Oh hell no. That would never fly. Never fly. Okay? You always, no matter what, you love the female energy. She is the womb of the man. She's the extension of me. Without the womb man, okay, my assholeness would never be able to carry on in the future without the womb of the man. So please, just saying. we should know our place, men. Know your place. Know your place. Let's continue. We've only got a little bit more of this video, but I wanted to share that with y'all. Airbrush Miss is like, chickens don't need no damn rooster. No, they don't. All right, that was it. So that was it. Ancient civilizations. That was it's only on Gaia. I look at it as this was a little disclosure and brought to you by Gaia TV. Again, everybody should have been able to watch what we just watched. A 13-minute clip turned into an hour, 1 hour. Exactly. Okay? You guys, I hope you have a great day. And again, this was a viewer submit. So, Mr. Whoever you were that sent me this in my email, thank you. I've enjoyed going over this. I wasn't about to throw a video together and just upload it. This deserved. Let's go over this together. So again, viewer submissions. Anything you guys want to go over, you want to share with everybody, please. MatrixMinds2020@gmail.com or smash the message button. Throw it to me if you're my friend there on Facebook on my private profile. Throw it to me. I'll see what I can do with it. And again, if it's long like this, we'll kind of run over it. 13 minutes. I loved it. Absolutely did. Thank you guys for being with me. you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get on to some more submissions, everybody. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.